My child, stop whatever you're doing and listen to me with your whole heart. Do not rush past this moment. Do not treat this as background noise while you carry on with the rest of your day. I am calling you by name right now, and I am asking you to pause, because what is happening in your spirit in this very moment is not small, and it is not random, and it is not something you can replace later with, "I'll come back to it." Stay here with me. You did not find these words by accident. You were not led here by chance, by timing, by coincidence, or by a wandering mind. I, the Lord your God, arranged this interruption because you are standing at a threshold, and there is a decision point near you closer than you think. There is a crossing in front of you, and I can see the way your heart has been leaning, the way your thoughts have been circling, the way you have been trying to calculate what cannot be calculated. And I am telling you now, this is a holy moment. This is a marked moment. This is a moment I placed on the path of your day because you are near the edge of something you have prayed for, even when you were too tired to keep praying with words. I know why you feel shaken. The path in front of you looks unfamiliar. It feels risky. It feels lonely. It feels confusing because it does not look like what you imagined, and it does not come with the kind of certainty your fear demands. You have been staring at the unknown and calling it danger when it is actually the doorway of my provision. You have been looking at the unfamiliar and assuming it means you are unprepared, when I am the one who went ahead of you to prepare it. The opening you sense is real. The shift you feel is not in your head, and the tension you've been carrying is the weight of standing right at the edge of breakthrough. Listen closely, my beloved. I am not speaking to create fear in you. I am not speaking to make you anxious or to push you into panic. I am speaking to awaken courage, to steady your steps, and to keep you from retreating when you are finally close. Because the enemy would love nothing more than to convince you that caution is wisdom when you are standing on the very lip of the miracle. He would love to rename obedience as too much, and faith as too risky, and your calling as too far. But I tell you the truth, the impossible path is opening right before you do not turn back. So stay with me to the end, and let my words settle the storm in your mind. And if you know you need courage for a decision you've been avoiding, subscribe so you stay covered by these words in this season, and tap like as your act of agreement with me that you will not turn back. Not because you suddenly have all the answers, but because you trust the one who already went ahead, not because you can see the whole road, but because you can hear my voice. You are not lost. You are not late. You are not disqualified. You are standing at a threshold I opened, and I am commanding you with tenderness and authority. Do not retreat. Step forward with me. My beloved child, I have seen the nights you wrestled with what you would never say out loud. I have watched you lie awake while the room was quiet, but your mind would not be still. I saw you stare at the ceiling with your chest tight, trying to breathe past the anxiety that sat like a weight on you, trying to calm yourself down while your thoughts kept running ahead to places you did not want to go. I saw the forced smile you wore the next day so no one would ask questions you did not have the strength to answer. I saw the private tears you wiped away quickly, not because they were small, but because you were trying to be strong for everyone who expects you to be steady. And yes, I know the fear underneath it all, the fear of failing, the fear of disappointing your family, the fear of making one decision and losing the stability you fought so hard to keep, the fear that if you step forward and it doesn't work, you will have to explain yourself, and you will feel exposed, and you will feel like you proved every old voice right. I heard the silent sentences you repeated in your heart. What if I'm behind? What if I missed my window? What if I'm not as capable as they think? What if I ruin everything? My child, nothing about that battle has been hidden from me. Not one breath, not one trembling moment, not one prayer whispered under your breath when you thought no one could hear. I have watched you replay worst-case scenarios like a loop you couldn't turn off. I have watched you hear old voices, voices that once shamed you, rushed you, compared you, and measured you, and I have watched you confuse their noise for wisdom. I have watched you look at your life and feel like you should be farther by now, as if my timing is something you have to apologize for. But listen to me now. I am not surprised by your trembling. I am not offended by your questions. Fear does not disqualify you. Fear is not proof you are doing it wrong. Fear is often the sign you are standing at the edge of new territory. Territory your old self has never walked. Territory your comfort cannot map. Territory only faith can enter. You are not weak because you hesitated. You are human, and you are loved, and you are chosen. I, the Lord your God, do not call you with the expectation that you will feel fearless. I call you with the promise that I will be faithful. I do not ask you to manufacture confidence. I ask you to hold my hand. I am the one who steadied you when you thought you were going to fall apart. I am the one who kept you from collapsing under pressures you never told anyone about. I am the one who held you steady when your smile was the only thing keeping you from being questioned, and your prayer was the only thing keeping you from quitting. So hear me clearly, my cherished one. I am not only opening a way ahead of you, I am steadying your steps as you walk it. You will not have to white-knuckle your way into this next season. You will not have to prove yourself to earn my help. Take the step you've been avoiding, and you will feel my strength meet you in motion. I will guide you as you go. I will balance you as you obey. And what you thought would break you will become the very place where you learn how firmly I can hold you. My child, I need you to hear me with a calmer mind and a braver heart. The door did not open before because I was protecting you, not because I was postponing you. You called it delay, but I called it mercy. You thought I was withholding, but I was shielding. There were things you begged me for in an earlier season that, if I had handed them to you in that version of you, would have crushed your peace, trapped your focus, and made you carry weight your soul was not yet strengthened to hold. You do not see everything I have seen. You do not know what I prevented in the unseen. You would have stepped into rooms where you would have been celebrated and still slowly drained. You would have signed agreements that looked like provision but would have become a cage. You would have attached yourself to people who applauded your gift but did not honor your spirit. And in your eagerness to get out of the waiting, you might have mistaken speed for obedience and noise for confirmation. So I shut the door, not to punish you, but to preserve you, not to make you feel small, but to keep you from being swallowed by something that was not assigned to you. And while you waited, while you wondered if you had been forgotten, I was aligning what you could not align. I was arranging timing, moving resources, shifting hearts, and placing the right people in the right positions. I was building strength in you where you used to break. I was teaching you to discern my voice over the opinions that rush you. I was healing the places that would have turned the promise into pressure. Because I do not only prepare the blessing, my child, I prepare the one who will carry it without losing themselves. But I know what you were tempted to believe in the silence. I know how quickly the enemy whispers, if God wanted to, he would have by now. I know how your mind tried to interpret quiet as rejection, and how you began to consider going back to what is familiar, back to what is predictable, back to what is smaller and safer and draining, simply because it is known. Hear me, familiar is not always faithful. Comfortable is not always called. Just because you know how to survive there does not mean I assigned you to stay there. The season is shifting now, my beloved. What was shut for your protection is beginning to loosen by my command. What would not move before is beginning to respond. And this is why I am speaking with urgency that still carries tenderness. Do not retreat when you are finally closed. Do not mistake the last stretch of waiting for a sign to quit. Retreat would be costly, not because I stopped loving you, but because it would pull you back into circles I already delivered you from. Stay steady, stay listening, stay obedient. The timing is changing, and the door you thought was denial is about to reveal itself as direction. Take the next step with me, and you will see that I was never delaying you, I was leading you. My child, listen to me closely, because this is where many lose strength, not in the beginning, not in the prayer, not in the promise, but at the edge of transition. When the wilderness feels unfamiliar, and your mind starts to romanticize the very place I delivered you from, do you remember what my people said when the sea was behind them and the unknown was in front of them? They called bondage stability. They called oppression predictable. They looked back at Egypt and spoke as if slavery was safer than freedom, simply because it was known. And I am telling you with love and with urgency, do not turn back to Egypt. Because Egypt is not only a location, my beloved, Egypt is a pattern. Egypt is a system that trained you to survive while shrinking your spirit. Egypt is the old job that pays you but poisons you, where your soul feels heavy before you even walk in, where you trade your peace for a paycheck and call it wisdom. Egypt is the relationship pattern that keeps you craving approval, apologizing for your needs, and cutting pieces of yourself off just to be kept. Egypt is the family script that controls you, where love is conditional, where guilt is used as a leash, where you are only celebrated when you stay small and stay silent and stay manageable. Egypt is the compromise that numbs you, the habit you hide, the shortcut you justify, the door you keep cracked open just in case, the comfort that dulls your discernment and slowly makes you forget what freedom feels like. Hear me. I am not speaking to condemn you. I am speaking to prevent you. I am not raising my voice because I am angry. I am raising it because I am guarding you. I will not watch you crawl back into what I broke off of you. I will not watch you call a cage home again. Yes, the wilderness is uncertain, but it is not evil. It is the corridor between bondage and promise. It is where I teach you to trust me without leaning on what used to control you. And the discomfort you feel is not proof you are in the wrong place. It is often proof you are no longer numb. Discern this, my child. Not every open door is mine. Some doors open because fear is impatient. Some doors open because the enemy will gladly offer you something that looks like relief if it returns you to captivity. But every door I open will require faith, and fear will always call my door impossible. Fear will say, that's too big, that's too risky, that's too unfamiliar. Yet I say, that is freedom, that is alignment, that is what I prepared. You are approaching a point of no return, not because I am trying to trap you, but because I am trying to free you completely. This is the moment where you must decide what will lead you, your history or my voice. Do not pack your bags for Egypt while I am preparing your next step into promise. Keep your eyes forward, my beloved. The pull to retreat will be loud, but my path will be clear. And when you feel the old life calling your name, answer it with obedience. I am not going back. I am walking out. My child, do not turn back just because the path is unfamiliar. I opened it before you arrived. I need you to let that settle into the places where your fear has been building a case against your future. You keep looking at the unfamiliar as if it is an accusation, as if it is proof you are out of place. But I am telling you the truth. What you are approaching is holy ground. You did not wander onto it. You did not build it alone. You are standing at a threshold you didn't create with your own hands. And yet it is real, and it is ready, because I went ahead of you. I have been moving in places you cannot see. I have been arranging conversations before you ever knew you would need them, positioning words in mouths, aligning timing, opening hearts, and softening resistance that used to stand like a wall. I have been shifting decisions behind closed doors, turning no into not yet, and turning not yet into now by my command. I have been mobilizing unseen support resources, favor, provision, protection, so that when you step forward, you will not be stepping into emptiness. You will be stepping onto ground I prepared. There are doors that will recognize you when you arrive because I have already touched the handle. There are rooms you will enter that will feel new, but they will not be hostile because I have already filled them with purpose. And I know what your mind is doing, my beloved. Your mind is demanding a map. Your mind is saying, show me the whole road, and then I will move. Your mind is bargaining with obedience. Give me certainty, and I will give you faith. But that is not how I lead. My children, I do not give you a full blueprint to satisfy your control. I give you a lamp for your next step to strengthen your trust. Because clarity often comes after obedience, not before it. Confirmation often meets you in motion, not in hiding. You do not need full understanding to begin. You need willingness. You need a yes that is pure enough to move, even while your hands still tremble. Do not misread this moment. The unfamiliar is not a warning to retreat. It is a divine invitation to step forward and watch me make a way. This is a new season, and new seasons feel like new rooms. Different light, different sounds, different responsibilities, different air. But I am the Lord of the room. I am the Lord of the road. And as your feet touch what I have prepared, you will realize you were never walking alone, never guessing in the dark, never risking everything on your own strength. Take the next faithful step, my child, and you will feel the ground hold you because I have already gone ahead. My child, there will be moments when you step forward and it feels like the sea is in front of you and the old life is behind you, when the thing you left starts chasing your mind with accusations and the thing ahead looks like an unmoving wall and you cannot find an obvious escape route. You will feel pressed on both sides, pressure behind you, uncertainty ahead of you, and fear beside you whispering, You made a mistake. You moved too soon. You should go back. But listen to me with your whole heart. This is not the place where you drown. This is the place where I show you who I am. Because I am the Lord who specializes in no-way moments. I am the God who waits until it is clear you cannot manufacture the miracle, so that when the waters move, you will never again call it coincidence. You call it trapped. I call it positioned. You call it impossible. I call it an altar where I will silence every lying voice that said you would always be stuck. The sea in front of you is not your end. It is the stage where my power becomes undeniable, where your testimony is formed not by your strength, but by my hand. And yes, I know what your sea looks like today. For some of you, it is financial uncertainty numbers that do not add up, bills that feel louder than your faith, responsibilities that keep piling up. For some of you, it is a career transition, leaving what is stable, stepping into what is unknown, starting again when your pride wanted to arrive already finished. For some of you, it is relocation, packing up a life, moving into a new place, wondering if you will find your people and your rhythm and your peace. For some of you, it is the ending of something, closing a chapter you begged to keep open, releasing a relationship, releasing a version of yourself that survived but never truly lived. And for some of you, it is the call I placed on you, stepping into purpose that feels too big, too exposed, too costly. My child, I am not intimidated by any of it. Do not let fear write the story of this moment. Fear will say, this obstacle is proof you were wrong, but I say, this obstacle is proof you are close. Fear will say, you have nowhere to go, but I say, watch me create space where there was none. I will part what you cannot move. I will open what you cannot pry open. I will release timing you cannot force, strategy you cannot invent, favor you cannot manipulate. And I will do it in such a way that you will know it was me. So your heart learns a new reflex. Not panic, but praise. So stand still, my beloved, not in passivity, but in trust. Stand still long enough for your spirit to remember my name. Stand still long enough to stop negotiating with retreat. Keep your eyes forward, and keep your hand in mine, because when I move, you will move. And after the crossing, after the walls of water and the impossible path, you will not only find breakthrough, you will find peace. I do not lead you through chaos just to abandon you to another storm. I will bring you out, and I will bring you into still waters too. The sea is not your sentence, it is your doorway. Watch me. My child, listen to me now, because I do not only lead you through parted seas, I lead you beside still waters too. I do not only deliver you in dramatic moments, I restore you in quiet ones. I do not only break chains, I heal the places those chains bruised. You have been bracing your heart as if the next season must be constant chaos, constant urgency, constant survival, as if peace is something you are allowed to taste, only in small sips between battles. But I am your shepherd. I restore your soul. I guide you, not to exhaust you, but to establish you. And I know what you are feeling. Your nerves are awake. Your mind is alert. Your body remembers disappointment. So when I call you forward, you feel the stretch. Do not confuse the stretch with danger. Do not confuse the unfamiliar with rejection. My direction may stretch you, yes, but beneath the trembling there will be a deeper peace. An anchored yes, a steadying within you that cannot be explained by logic alone. That is one of the ways you will know it is me. Because even when your thoughts run ahead, your spirit will remain held. Even when you feel the weight of the step, you will sense my hand under it. But I need to teach you discernment, my beloved, because there is a counterfeit that tries to wear the clothing of peace. Avoidance is not peace. Procrastination is not peace. Numbing yourself until you feel nothing is not peace. Staying small so you do not have to be seen is not peace. Keeping quiet so you do not have to risk disagreement is not peace. That is relief. That is temporary quiet purchased at the price of your calling. That is the kind of calm that comes from shrinking your life to match your fear. And I did not deliver you just to watch you build a softer cage. So here is your inner check, my child. Peace does not mean you feel no fear. Peace means fear no longer drives the decision. Peace means you can feel your hands tremble and still move forward with me. Peace means you can hear the opinions, the pressure, the comparisons, the criticism, and still recognize my voice is the loudest one. When you are about to obey me, your flesh may be nervous, but your spirit will not be fractured. You will not have to force it with panic. You will not have to manipulate it with control. You will sense me settling you, even as I send you. And yes, I am already speaking to the voices around you, the family pressure that calls wisdom what is really fear, the friends who compare your timeline to theirs, the ones who criticize what they do not understand, the ones who love the version of you that stayed convenient. Do not be surprised when your obedience makes noise in someone else's insecurity. Do not be shaken when they ask you for explanations I never required you to give. I will give you peace that does not need permission. I will lead you forward, and I will mark the path with stillness in your spirit, so you can walk through the unfamiliar without losing your stability. Keep listening, keep following. The same hand that parted the sea will also quiet your soul, and that peace will confirm the way. My beloved child, I need you to hear me clearly, because the pressure you have been feeling is not only about the decision in front of you, it is about the faces around you. It is about the eyes that have watched you for years and decided who you are allowed to be. And as I call you forward, as I stretch you into what is unfamiliar, you will notice something. Not everyone will celebrate the version of you that is becoming free. Not everyone will understand the obedience that interrupts their comfort. Not everyone will clap when you stop being predictable. People often prefer the version of you they can control, the version they can anticipate, the version that stays within the borders of their expectations. They loved you when you were quiet enough not to challenge them, when you were available enough to be used, when you were small enough to be managed, when you were tired enough to say yes to what I never asked of you. And now that you are rising, now that you are saying no with peace, now that you are choosing what I am choosing, they may call it selfish when it is sanctification. They may call it reckless when it is faith. They may call it a phase when it is a new season. I authored. So let me break something gently but firmly in you right now. You do not need unanimous understanding to be obedient. You do not need every voice to agree before you move. You do not need permission from those who were comfortable with your captivity. Approval addiction will keep you delayed because it makes you negotiate with opinions I never assigned to your calling. I did not call them, my child, I called you. I did not place my instructions in their mouths. I placed them in your spirit. And the yes I am waiting for is not a group vote, it is a surrendered heart. And I know the grief that comes with this. I know the ache of being misunderstood by people you love. I know how it feels to be doing the right thing and still feel alone in it. I know the loneliness of choosing obedience while someone you wanted beside you stands back with folded arms, waiting for you to fail so they can feel justified in their fear. Come closer, my beloved. In that loneliness, I will be close. In that quiet, I will be loud enough. I will not leave you exposed. Do not be afraid for your reputation. What I author, I defend. What I ordain, I sustain. There are accusations that will rise, but they will not stand forever. There are misunderstandings that will linger for a moment, but time will tell the truth, and I will silence what does not belong to you, not always quickly, but surely. You do not have to fight every narrative. You do not have to explain yourself into exhaustion. I will vindicate obedience. So walk forward with me, and stop carrying the burden of constant explanation. Let some doors close without a speech. Let some conversations end without you proving your heart. Let your life become the answer. Listen for my voice, say yes, and keep your eyes on the path I prepared. Not everyone will understand, but you were never called to be understood by everyone. You were called to obey me. My child, now that you have heard me and you have stopped negotiating with other voices, I need you to do something that will feel small, but will change everything. Close the door behind you, because turning back is not always a physical return. Sometimes it is a mental rehearsal. Sometimes it is keeping the old life open in your imagination like a spare room you visit when you get afraid. Sometimes it is a just-in-case plan that is not wisdom at all, but fear wearing a responsible mask. And as long as you keep that door cracked, part of your strength will always be leaking backward. Hear me, my beloved. Partial obedience keeps you tethered. You step forward with your feet, but your soul stays tied to yesterday. You say yes with your mouth, but you keep feeding the old patterns with your attention. You keep the old contacts within reach. You keep the old temptations entertained. You keep the old self-talk alive, those sentences that agree with defeat, that speak like you are still bound, still small, still waiting for permission. And then you wonder why you feel pulled, why you feel divided, why you cannot run with freedom. My child, you cannot carry a new season with hands still gripping the old one. So I am calling you into clean alignment. Stop watering what I am drying up. Stop revisiting what I delivered you from. Stop scrolling back into appetites that contradict the future I am building. Stop making space for conversations that awaken the old you. Stop keeping rescue fantasies that return you to what I already called bondage. This is not me trying to take from you. This is me trying to free you. Because what you keep as an escape route will become a chain when pressure rises. And listen closely. I am not asking you to be reckless. I am not calling you to panic. There is a difference between wise preparation and fear-driven backup plans. Budget with faith, not frenzy. Build skill with patience, not desperation. Plan prayerfully, not compulsively. Put things in order because you trust me, not because you secretly believe I will not come through. Let your preparation be worship, steady, focused, unhurried, because you know I am the one who provides. Release what I tell you to release, and watch what I place in your hands. Empty hands can receive better gifts. When you let go of what drains you, I replace it with what strengthens you. When you stop clinging to the familiar, you make room for the faithful. Do not fear loss in obedience. I am not leading you into lack. I am leading you into alignment. Now take it one step at a time, my child, and do not overwhelm yourself. Ask me, what is the next door I must close? What is the next habit I must cut off? What is the next practical action I must take today? And then do only that. Close one door, take one step, speak one faithful sentence, make one wise plan. I will not flood you with the whole staircase. I will light the next step. Close the door behind you and walk forward with me. Now stay with me, my child. Do not drift. Do not let your mind run ahead of my voice, because what I am about to speak will seal courage in you and quiet the frantic need to know everything at once. You keep asking me for a full plan so your fear can feel safe, but I am not feeding your need for control. I am training your trust. I do not give you a map for your ego. I give you a lamp for your feet. I will show you enough for obedience, and I will withhold what would only become a burden. Because if I showed you the entire road, you would try to carry tomorrow's weight with today's strength, and you would call it wisdom when it is actually worry. So here is your framework, simple and holy, and it will keep you steady. First, ask me for the next right step, not the whole staircase, not the 10-year picture, not the full explanation, not the guarantee that no one will misunderstand you. Ask me, Father, what is the next step of obedience today? Second, obey quickly. Do not delay because you are waiting to feel brave. Obedience is what gathers courage. Third, let peace confirm the path, not the counterfeit peace of avoidance, but the quiet steadiness that settles in your spirit when you align with my word, when you choose what is clean, what is true, what is faithful. I will never lead you into contradiction with what I have already spoken. And fourth, watch for provision. Not because you are testing me, but because you will begin to notice that when you move, I move. When you step, I supply. When you open your mouth, I put the right words in it. When you submit the thing, I begin to shift what you could not touch. And do not make this complicated, my beloved. Your next step may look like making the call you have rehearsed 100 times but avoided. It may look like submitting the application you keep saving as a draft because you are afraid of rejection. It may look like setting the boundary you keep postponing because you do not want conflict. It may look like starting the routine you keep promising yourself you will begin when life calms down. It may look like having the hard conversation with honesty and gentleness. It may look like ending the compromise, closing the tab, deleting the number, stepping away from the secret that steals your peace, confessing what you have hidden, choosing integrity even when no one is watching. Small steps in your eyes are often giant doors in the spirit. And I know the fear that whispers, but what if I make the wrong move? Hear me, I can redirect a moving person more easily than a frozen one. Humility keeps you guided. A surrendered heart is steerable. If you take a step and you stay close to me, I will correct you without condemning you. I will turn you without shaming you. But if you refuse to move until you feel invulnerable, you will call it caution, while fear quietly becomes your master. So breathe, my child. Ask me, move, confirm in peace, watch me provide. You do not need the whole blueprint to be faithful. You need the next step, taken with a yes that is real. And as you take it, I am already strengthening your inner posture, because the time has come for your mouth to agree with your future. In the next moments, I'm going to put declarations in you that will break the pull of retreat and anchor you forward. Now, my child, I am putting words in your mouth, not empty phrases, not hype, not denial, but agreement with what I have already prepared. Because there are moments when your heart is willing but your emotions are loud, and in those moments your words become a steering wheel. You will either speak the language of retreat or the language of faith. And I am telling you, speak life over your crossing. Speak forward over your fear. Speak obedience over your comfort. I am with you. I am ahead of you. And I am surrounding you, behind you where the old life tries to chase you, beside you where pressure tries to crowd you, and before you where the unfamiliar tries to intimidate you. Provision will meet your obedience. Strength will meet your yes. Light will meet your next step. So declare this with me, my beloved, even if your voice shakes, because heaven is listening and your spirit is aligning. Say, I will not turn back. Say, I will not return to familiar bondage. Say, fear will not be my leader. Say, God is with me in this decision. Say, God has gone ahead of me. Say, what feels unfamiliar is not a warning, it is an invitation. Say, I choose obedience over comfort. Say, I choose faith over anxiety. Say, I will move with wisdom, but I will not delay in fear. Say, my mind will not spiral, my spirit will stay anchored. Say, I will do the next right thing God shows me. Say, when I step, God supplies. Say, when I speak, God orders my words. Say, when I obey, God makes a way. And now seal it in public agreement, not for performance, but for alignment. Type in the comments, I will not turn back, God is making a way for me. Let it be your altar stone. Let it be your line in the sand. Let it be the sentence your future can recognize. And if you know someone standing at the edge, someone with a decision trembling in their hands, someone in transition, someone tempted to retreat, share this with them. Be the confirmation they've been praying for. You do not know how one shared word can become the courage they needed to take the step. Now stay close, my child, because we are about to pray. I am going to cover your mind where anxiety has been looping, your decision where confusion has been pressing, your family pressure where opinions have been loud, and your practical needs, resources, timing, favor, provision, so you can walk forward, steady, clean, and unafraid. Come close, my child. Breathe with me. Let your shoulders drop, let your jaw unclench, let the storm inside you know it is not in charge. In the name of Jesus, I speak peace over your mind, where anxiety has been looping the same questions. Peace over your chest, where heaviness has been sitting like a weight. Peace over your thoughts, where confusion has been fogging what I have already made clear. I quiet the inner noise that says, what if I fail? I silence the voice that says, you waited too long. I break the cycle of mental rehearsal that keeps you living in fear before anything has even happened. I am not the author of panic. I am the God of order, and I release holy calm into you right now. I confirm your next step not with chaos, not with dread, but with the steady witness of my spirit. Give me your racing thoughts. Give me your need to control. Let me govern what has been spiraling. And now, my beloved, I cover what is practical, because I am not only Lord in the sanctuary, I am Lord in the details. I release favor that cannot be explained, doors that open at the right time, connections that are clean and aligned, and wisdom that protects you from costly mistakes. I place discernment in you so you recognize who is assigned and who is a distraction, what is provision and what is a counterfeit wearing pretty words. I bless the work of your hands. I order your timing. I stretch what must stretch and close what must close. I give you strategy, not stress, discipline, not desperation, financial wisdom, not financial fear. I cause provision to meet you in motion, and I rebuke every sabotaging delay that is not from me. And I bring your family dynamics under my hand. Where guilt has been used as a rope, I cut it. Where manipulation has been dressed as concern, I expose it gently and remove its power. I give you respectful firmness, love without surrendering your assignment, honor without losing your boundary. I soften hearts where softness is possible. I create unity where it can be created. And where agreement is not given, I give you peace that does not need their permission. I protect you from backlash, from emotional pressure, from the demand to explain what I have not asked you to justify. And as you walk, I cover your path. I assign protection over your coming and going. I sharpen your discernment, so you do not step into old cycles with new language. I strengthen you to resist the familiar temptation that calls you back when you get tired. I deliver you from counterfeit opportunities that look like quick relief but carry hidden bondage. I keep you steady, my child, strong in the steps, clear in the spirit, guarded in the heart. Now seal this with me. Thank you, Father. We trust you even when we cannot see. We surrender the outcome, but we will obey the instruction. We receive peace in the mind and strength in the steps, and we will walk forward and watch what you do. Amen. My beloved child, do not let this moment fade into the noise of your day. What I have spoken to you is not a passing comfort, it is a seal. This was a divine appointment. I interrupted you on purpose because you are standing at a threshold I opened, and I would not allow you to mistake unfamiliar ground for danger. I have brought you this far, and I am not bringing you this far to watch you retreat. You have walked with me through the whole pattern, and I need you to recognize it now so you stop questioning what is happening. I saw the fear you carried in secret. I saw the nights you wrestled with, what if I fail? I saw the moments you smiled for everyone else, and then sat alone with the weight of your own thoughts. And I held you steady. The door did not open before because I was protecting you, not delaying you. I was preparing what you asked for, and preparing you to carry it without breaking. And when it felt like a sea stood in front of you and the old life chased behind you, I reminded you, I make a way where there is no way. Then I confirmed it with peace, with still waters, with a steadiness in your spirit that is deeper than emotion. And I brought you back to what you need most right now, not the whole blueprint, just the next step. So here is your commissioning, my child. Walk forward, not with pride, not with performance, not with the pressure to prove anything to anyone, but with humility and confidence, because your confidence is not in your ability, it is in my hand. Expect confirmation to meet you as you move. Expect provision to meet you in motion. Expect peace to guard you as you obey. I am not asking you to be fearless. I am asking you to trust me while you tremble. A trembling yes is still a yes. A shaking step is still a step. And I will honor the faith that moves even when it feels weak, because I am the one who strengthens what you offer to me. Father, seal this word into their bones. Let courage rise without striving. Let clarity come without panic. Let the path open in front of them, and let every counterfeit detour lose its attraction. Put your peace like a weight upon them, the kind that steadies the mind and settles the heart. And as they walk, let them witness what only you can do. In Jesus' name, amen. Now, my child, if this word confirmed your next step, subscribe so you stay anchored in faith in this season. Like this video as your yes to me, and comment, I will not turn back. God is making a way, so we can stand with you in prayer. And then rise. Go, take the next step. The unfamiliar path is not a warning, it is my prepared way. Walk forward and watch what I do.